Good morning, Boker Tov. Welcome back to 10 Minutes of Meaning, generously sponsored by Shmuel and Esther Shaiwitz, Lady Nishmas, his father, Yaakov Yehuda ben Gedalia, and the schus of Rafu Shlema of her mother, Batsheva Bas Bluma Rivka. We're very grateful to the Shaiwitzes. Please help yourself a cup of coffee, a pastry, or slushy. As always, come and enjoy as we feed your body and nourish your soul. Iggeres HaRamban. The Ramban has been writing a letter to his son, a letter to each and every one of us, a letter that if we read it, learn it, and live it, we will be a better and better version of ourselves. The Ramban has been telling us how to not conquer or manage or eliminate anger, but how to avoid anger altogether. A person who speaks benachas, l'chol adam v'chol eis, always and to everyone, we always speak benachas, then we'll never find ourselves rising with a sense of anger. And in place of anger in our heart, in that space instead of anger, we'll be filled with humility. And with humility is awe and fear and acknowledgement of Hashem. And the person who wakes up in the morning and who lives life and is calm and serene and tranquil, who doesn't get angry, doesn't raise his voice, a person who always lives benachas and mabrios, speaks gently and sweetly and calmly to all, a person who lives with awe and sees the beauty of the universe and see Hashem's guiding hand everywhere. Such a person will live an altogether different life. We last left off of Izar Likros B'Torah Tamid Hashatucha L'Kaima, always be reading Torah. Person can never take for granted that will be centered and calibrated. We need our compass always directing us. Our compass of life is Torah. Torah is the navigation tool for life. Every day is complicated. Every day we'll face a dilemma. Every day we have to interpret the events around us. And the way we do, the filter through which we see and experience the world is Torah. And every time we engage Torah, when you stand up, we mentioned last time, the Ramban is telling us, every single time we learn, whether it's 10 minutes of meaning, whether it's Shnai Mikra, whether it's the Daf, whether it's our Chavrusa, whether it's a Shir, every student in every school, every Rebbe should end every period and every Shir with, Nu Talmidim. How are we changed by what we learned? How are we different than the way we came in? What's different about us? What's different about our understanding and our relationship with Hashem? We as Jews, as Yidden, we don't just absorb information and data. We're not just memorizing facts. We're not just covering ground. We're not just covering material. We don't just put a check next to today's daf. But says the Ramban, every time, kasher tokum and a sefer, when you close that sefer and get up, you first ask, how am I changed? How am I different? What do I believe? What do I do differently? How am I different? How am I different? Utifashvesh b'maasecha baboker va'erev. And now writes the Ramban to his son. Every single day, evaluate, reflect, introspect every morning and every night. Say, wow, what level of consciousness, mindfulness, what level of presence is that? Every day, every morning and every night, how could you do anything? How will you get anywhere? The answer is, how could you do or get anywhere without doing that? A person could just live life, grip it and rip it. A person could just live life and never stop and look in the mirror. A person could just live life and never ask what's going right, what's going wrong. And you'll end up looking back on your life and you'll say, with regret, all the mistakes, all the things I could have done differently, all the things I could have been. But if a person lives every day, tefashvesh b'maasecha baboker va'erev, writes the Ramban to his son, when you wake up, ask, what went right, what went wrong yesterday, what are my goals for today? At the end of the day, what went right, what went wrong, how can I improve on it tomorrow? Every day, every day. This is a lesson for life, to be a Jew. But the great people in life, the great people in business, the most accomplished people we know, that's how they live. They're constantly evaluating, reflecting, asking themselves, how can they be better? They're not looking to blame others. They're looking to take responsibility. Stephen Covey in 7 Habits writes, responsibility is response-ability. The ability to respond. How can I respond to my circumstances, to my environment, to everything around me? And that way a person will spend all their days and all their life. B'tshuva means returning, restoring, rebooting, becoming who they're meant to be, coming back to the trajectory, the path that they're supposed to be on. So we can live life and just do our best and never think about it. But then we'll never improve, we'll never accomplish, we'll never achieve. We're asking, what can I do better and differently? Everyone knows I love to quote Peter Drucker, the management guru, who said, what gets measured gets managed. What gets measured and recorded gets managed. If you have things you want to accomplish in life, you want to sleep more, you want to eat better, you want to exercise, you want to learn and cover certain material, you want to track whether you got angry, you want to track how many days you can go without complaining, whatever it is a person wants to track, wants to improve, If you just say, I'm never raising my voice again, I'm never complaining again, I'm never speaking Lashon Hara again, I'm never coming late to shul again, and you just say it, but you don't actually measure it, you don't evaluate it, you don't track it, you don't see what went right, what went wrong. I mentioned I started a spreadsheet 4 or 5 months ago with columns for all the things that for years I've been promising myself I'm going to do. For years. And I never did. And then when you have a spreadsheet, I don't know if you're a little bit of a competitive person, you don't want to not put a check next to do a certain amount of push-ups every day. You don't want to not put a check next to tracking how much sleep you got. If you claim you want to sleep more, so track, are you? Why not? And when did it go well? And when did it not go well? Tefashvesh b'ma'asecha. Understand and look. Did I battle while I was learning? Did I cover the ground? Did I accomplish what I said I was going to? Was I on time? Was I late? Did I talk during davening? But boku v'erev. It's not enough once a week or once a month or once a quarter or annually once a year. But boker uva erev, every day. Wake up with goals for the day, and every day go to sleep thinking about what went right, what went wrong, what you could do better tomorrow. Nobody's life will be worse because they did that. Nobody ever led a worse life because they did that. You guaranteed your life will be better. Relationships will be better. Your self-esteem will be better. Your accomplishments will be more. And you'll be in a growth mindset your whole life. Not a fixed mindset, not finished, not complete, not done. Says the Ramban, all your days will be filled with tshuva. Because, as the Pasuk in Koheles says, nobody's perfect. Nobody is perfect. Nobody's conquered whatever it is that they're trying to overcome. We don't conquer it, we manage it. So how do you know if you're managing it well if you don't track it? Whatever is our Yetzer Hara, whatever is your issue, it's never conquered. The moment you think it's conquered is the moment that you are vulnerable to giving into it again. So whatever's your kryptonite, eating wrong, whatever addiction, looking at the wrong things, saying the wrong things, being lazy. So, sometimes we get into these zones where we feel, I conquered it, now I'm good. Now that's poison, I would never eat that again. Sleep, every day, I'd never do that again. Until all of a sudden we drop out. We fall off the wagon. So how do you know? How do you know if you don't track it? Nobody is perfect. Nobody's perfect. So what are we going to do? Wait till the end of our lives in order to try to improve, in order to try to be better? It's too late. The Brisa says in Avos Rav Nosson, Shuv Yom Echad Lefnei Misasecha. A person should do tshuva one day before you die. So they asked, the Talmidim of Rabbi Eliezer asked him, you don't get a date on the calendar. You're not given the expiration date of when you're going to expire, so that you know that a day before, make good, improve, close up loose ends, and do all the things, have the conversations you're supposed to. Nobody tells you when you're going to die. Elamai, live every day like you're dying. Live every day like, I think there's a country song like that. If not, there should be one. But live every day like you're dying. If every day you thought, what were the conversations you want to make sure you have? What were the things that you want to get done? What was the legacy you want to leave? What's the life you want to live? Live every day like it's your last. So a person who kol yamecha b'tshuva, every day, you're not waiting. When I retire, when my kids grow up, when I can change jobs, when the rabbi will finally, don't wait. Kol yamecha b'tshuva, the Ramban is writing to his son, he's saying, your life will be so much better if boker and erev, if every single day, every morning you wake up and every night you go to sleep, tefashvesh b'ma'asecha, measure. What gets measured and recorded gets managed. And if you don't, and you're just trying to fly by night and figure it out and bluff yourself, you're only bluffing yourself. Nobody else is buying what you're selling. But if you really want to improve and grow, you really want to change, you really want to transform, then the Ramban is telling his son, tefashvesh b'ma'asecha b'boker u'v'erev u'v'zeh yeh kol yamecha b'tshuva. And now he finishes up. We have 1.5 more paragraphs to the whole letter, to the whole sefer. Haser kol divrei ha'olam milibcha be'es ha'tfilah. The last message he leaves, we'll pick up with this next time, to his son. How do you focus during davening? If you're already making the time, you're already saying the words, you're already spending the time, how could you be fully present? You're making time with your spouse, you're getting together for coffee with your friend, you're taking your grandchildren to the park, so you might as well be present. What are you going to be on the phone? Absent, present? You're going to be scrolling or talking? So if you're making time to talk to Hashem, how can we be present while we're doing it? It's so important, and it centers and grounds and calibrates our day. We'll pick up with it, Amir Hashem, next time.